The relationship between you has broken down so severely that Nicky isn't just enforcing the debt, but she's become abusive, screaming, shouting obscenities. Is that about right?
I wouldn't say screaming, but she has been abusive. She's, first of all, she, in not so many words, publicised that I owed the money to her.
This was on the internet. I think you've brought that in today for me to have a look at. This is you, Nicky.
Yeah.
You accept this as the purse. 7 years ago, I helped a good friend. She was getting evicted from her home.
Well.
That's all right, don't worry. So I lent her £500 and I want it back. She gave me £100 to keep quiet, so whatever. That was 5 years ago. Now I've asked for £400 back. Because I have asked for it back, I'm made out to be a bad guy and all of this. I have texted her numerous times, which she has ignored. So I'm left with this shame and name.
Which I didn't name.
You didn't name?
No.
Neither did you shame.
No.
As far as I can gather, you've
I was at the end of my tether.
Just assume
Sorry.
I'm with you.
Sorry.
As far as I can gather, you've simply publicly stated the true situation.
Yeah.
You've told me, Sue, that she was terribly abusive, and if that's right, that's something I can consider in determining whether or not Nicky's entitled to her money back. I've got another one. Nicky, this is to you. It's posted publicly,
Yes.
but by this stage the two of you aren't communicating.
No.
It's broken down so badly. So what else is she going to do? This is the modern equivalent of being the town crier.
Yep.
I am gutted that our friendship has ended. Can you read that to me, that first part? I am?
Yeah, I am gutted that our friendship has ended.
I'm made to look the bad one in this, but the truth is all I've done wrong is lend a good friend £500 and ask for it back. Now I've lost everything. Everything meaning your friendship, everything. You've experienced losing everything before.
Yeah.
How do you think that makes Nicky feel? Everything.
Upset.
You can't come up with a better adjective. I'll give you an opportunity to come up with them. Crushed.
Yes.
But you see, what you told me was that she was so abusive that as far as you're concerned, that vitiates, removes your obligation to pay the money back, which in certain circumstances, if it became abusive, I could consider. So you give me, bearing in mind that if you use words of 4 letters, I may pass out. Well, I wouldn't, but Michelle would get terribly upset. It's very proper. You give me just one example of the nature of the abuse.
I'm not going to say she was abusive. I'm going to say she was very intimidating, very aggressive.
Give me an example.
After these messages appeared a few months later, I was in the garden and I had my 3-month-old granddaughter in my arms, and Nicky approached me over the garden fence asking me for the money, and she was quite very, I wouldn't say very aggressive, but she was quite aggressive, and she wanted me to stand there and argue with her.
Did you argue with her?
No.
Right. You didn't call the police or anything of that kind? I see.